What's up, Wise Flyers? Today we're going to be talking about the best travel credit card for beginners and how you can get over $1,000 in value from this one card. My name is David. I'm the founder of Wise Flies, dedicated to saving you 90% on flights and get free hotel nights by maximizing your everyday spending. If this topic interests you, then consider subscribing. Let's get into today's topic about the best travel credit card for beginners and how to get over $1,000 in value from that one card. So I get asked this question a lot. Which credit card should I get if I'm starting out with miles and points and want to get free travel all over the world? Well, it's almost like asking which is the best car to buy. It depends on a person's preferences. One person may want to travel luxury and get business and first class seats all over the world. Others may not want to fly at all and just want to road trip across the country and get free hotel nights. Others want to get as many flights as possible domestically. So it really depends on a person's goal. But there is one card that I think everybody should get when they first start out. It's the Chase Sapphire Preferred Card. The Chase Sapphire Preferred Card offers 50,000 Chase Ultimate Reward points after completing a minimum spending of $4,000 in 3 months. There is an annual fee of $95, which is waived the first year, which is great. You could try out the card for 10, 11 months, see if it's worth keeping for the following year. So before I get into the benefits of this card, I just want to talk about credit cards in general. And if you have any credit cards or you don't have any credit cards, the type of mindset and habits that you should have moving forward. So it's really important to look at credit cards differently than the rest of the United States, because a lot of people, when they hear credit card, they think debt. I don't want to wind up in debt, so therefore I'm going to pay everything in cash or my debit card. This way I don't wind up in debt. Well, there's an easy and quick solution to that if you want to get miles and rewards for all of your purchases and not have a debit card. By using a credit card, you get tons of travel benefits and free hotel nights. You could save so much money on flights, up to 90% on flights. Just have to pay the taxes. If you plan on getting a credit card and spending more money than you have in the bank, then this hobby is definitely not for you. You should pay off any debt that you have and don't apply for any more cards. But if you could spend and pay back the money responsibly, then there are a ton of benefits to get out of this hobby. So most importantly, to get a quick solution to making sure you don't spend more money than you have, put the auto pay feature on your credit card. This way, any money you spend, it's directly linked to your bank account and you won't spend more money than you have. And this way, it's automatically paid. You'll never miss a payment, anything like that. Moving forward, if you want to get a lot of points in a short amount of time, the best way to do that is through credit card sign-up bonuses. Each credit card sign-up bonus could be 50,000 to 100,000 points. And 50,000 points is enough for 2 round trips to Hawaii from anywhere in the US. So there's a lot of value, especially since there's 30 credit cards available. With over 30 different travel credit cards available, if you're starting out, you don't want to just start signing up for random credit cards thinking that you'll get a big sign-up bonus and then you'll use it for whatever flights. So that's the wrong strategy. The reason why is because Chase has this rule. It's called the 524 rule. That means if you've opened up 5 cards or more in the past 24 months, they won't approve you for any of the credit cards that apply to this rule. The Chase Sapphire Preferred Card is the card that falls under this rule. That's why you want to get it first. If you plan on getting more cards for more sign-up bonuses, for more free travel, then you definitely want to start with the Chase cards. So let's get into the benefits of the Chase Sapphire Preferred Card. With the 50,000 point sign-up bonus, plus an additional 5,000 points if you get an authorized user in the first 3 months, so that's 55,000 points, that could potentially be $550 in cash back. You could turn that into cash right away. But I highly recommend not to do that because it's a waste of value. You could turn that into over $1,000 in travel if you use the points the right way. So the best way to get the most value out of the Chase Ultimate Reward points is by transferring to airline and hotel partners. A couple of personal ways that I've transferred Chase Ultimate Reward points to airlines is when we went to Miami for the first time in first class. My daughter was only 5 months old. That was our first trip ever on a plane. We transferred points from Chase to British Airways and we're able to get really cheap first class flights. Another way we used Chase as a transfer partner was when we transferred from Chase to Hyatt at a 1-to-1 ratio when we stayed at the Grand Hyatt in Bali. We got 2 nights there. We saved over $600. It would have been $300 plus per night, but we saved a lot of money that way as well. Another great way to transfer points at a 1-to-1 ratio with Chase's transfer partners is with Southwest Airlines. So if you were to go corner to corner from Fort Lauderdale to Seattle, that's only 10,000 points for a one-way and $5.60 for taxes. So that means you could get almost 3 round trips. So that's 50,000 from the sign-up bonus, 5,000 from the authorized user, plus the 4,000 in minimum spending you're doing. You're at 59,000. Let's just say you do an extra 1,000 in spending. That's 60,000 points, 3 round trips, pretty much to anywhere in the country, and only pay $11 in taxes per round trip. Another great perk to the Chase Sapphire Preferred Card is that there are no blackout dates. If you decide to use the Chase Travel Portal, you can actually turn that 50,000 points into $625 in travel. So every point equals 1.25 cents. It's good to do that in certain cases. With my experience of doing award bookings through the years for a bunch of clients and members, is that you only get a good deal maybe 10% of the time when using the Chase Travel Portal. Otherwise, you get a lot more value with the transfer partners, which I just discussed. The good perk of the Chase Travel Portal is that there are no blackout dates, so you can use your points whenever you want. Another great perk of the Chase Sapphire Preferred Card is the extra points for bonus categories. So if you use your card for dining or travel, you get 2 points per dollar spent. So if you're going to go out to eat a lot or put a lot of travel on your card, they're pretty loose with what qualifies as travel. It could be rental cars, planes, trains, cruises, buses. A lot of those categories are qualified for travel purchases. Another great perk of this card is the rental car insurance coverage. So if you were to rent a car and put the entire purchase on the Chase Sapphire Preferred Card, you're covered for all damages. The CDW, the collision damage waiver, doesn't need to be purchased by the rental agency if you pay with the Chase Sapphire Preferred Card. But keep in mind, the coverage only covers your car, the rental car, not any other damages associated with the accident. Another great perk would be that there are no foreign transaction fees. So if you decide to take a trip abroad and use the Chase Sapphire Preferred Card everywhere you go, you won't be charged a transaction fee for being out of the States. With all these amazing benefits of the Chase Sapphire Preferred Card, I think it's a great card for beginners, especially if you want to take some international trips or even domestic trips. It's a great card to have. If you don't want to pay the minimum spending of $4,000 in 3 months, or if you want a card with no annual fee, I think a good runner-up would be the Chase Freedom Unlimited card, offering 1.5% on all transactions. With the Chase Freedom Unlimited card, you get 15,000 points after completing a minimum spending of $1,000 in 3 months, which is a lot more manageable for most people as far as minimum spending goes. The only issue with the Chase Freedom Unlimited card is that the Chase Ultimate Reward points can't be transferred to partner airlines or hotels such as the Chase Sapphire Preferred Card. But if you decide to get a Chase Sapphire Preferred Card or the Chase Sapphire Reserve Card or the Chase Inc. Preferred Card, then you could transfer your points from the Chase Freedom Card over to those cards to get more value out of the points. If you want to apply for the Chase Inc. Preferred Card or any other cards with big sign-up bonuses, click the link in the description. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you have the Chase Sapphire Preferred Card or even thinking about getting it, I want to hear it in the comments below. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.